It feels like everybody is into running these days, and I am one of those people. After not training properly and leaving myself with plantar fasciitis after the 2019 New York City Marathon, I paused all of my running. I said, I don't run anymore. But all that changed this year. If you're new here, hi, I'm Danielle. I make videos as a first gen who's trying to build wealth without burning out and live a more sustainable life. If you like videos that are not curated and show the real life, then hit subscribe and follow along. Before I get into my 2024 running goals, I thought it would be good to kind of talk about how I got here. First of all, let's just start from the beginning. Movement has always been part of my life. I come from a household where my dad used to coach soccer, very much a soccer player, enjoys that. I used to watch him play soccer with friends, all of that stuff. But I also was trying to think about my running history, and I was like, when did I first start running? What are my early memories? So I reached out to my abuelita, who is the first person that I can think of that really started this running habit in me. And so I asked her, what made you start running? Why did you take us with you? Us, my sister and I, 8 years old, 7, on these runs with you.
Bueno, mamita, no corríamos, caminábamos rápido, porque nunca yo podía, este corazón que tenía. Pero sí corríamos en momentos y así, pero yo siempre me ha gustado ese ejercicio, hija, no que por lo que me engordaba. Tú te recuerdas que era gordita, que me engordaba, entonces me gustaba ir a hacer ejercicio para rebajar cuando me ponía a decir con la meta de rebajar, ¿ok? Eso siempre he estado yo haciendo ejercicio, sino que no he sido constante y eso es lo que a ustedes me han sacado de no ser constante. Las llevaba a ustedes para infundirle a ustedes eso de que hagan ejercicio, se vean bonitas, que busquen la belleza. También por eso lo hacía, para hacerles tener alguna rutina a ustedes entonces que aprendan lo bueno.
Okay, so Abuelita obviously had her very specific reasons for wanting to go on fast walks or runs. Like she said, she was like, we didn't run the whole time. We walked really fast. Still, I got out there. I was doing stuff with my feet. And I learned, I think, then that you don't need to have a membership. You don't need to go to these classes or pay money to work out, to move your body. You literally just need to go outside. And so going back to this thing that I've been seeing a lot is, oh, running is so expensive. Running is so expensive. And I'm like, yeah, maybe if you are trying to run certain races, if you are trying to hit specific goals, if you want the new shoes, whatever. But when I think about my running journey, I'm like, running was what I did because it was affordable, not because I wouldn't have done it if it was expensive. And so when I hear the whole running is expensive, I think about running aesthetically as being expensive. But the runs that I was doing with Abuelita, with my sister, just on my own, it wasn't expensive. It was actually the most affordable way for us to exercise. But I also think that comes with an important little caveat. In order to run without needing to go on a treadmill inside a gym and have a gym membership, you really need to be living in a place that you feel safe running outside in. Right? You just, period. There is some sense of privilege that comes with being able to run outside. Another thing also with the affordability piece is all the gear that comes with running. In the past, prior to 2024, I didn't think too much about whether I had the right watch for running, whether I had the right shorts, whether I had the sunglasses that aren't going to fall off my face when I run, or the right bra. I didn't think about that. And so that's why I think for me, running has always been my affordable workout, because I wasn't buying all these things that would enhance my running experience. I was just running. I was just a girl picking up my sneakers and going. And I think the affordability piece is a big one that, I don't know, I just feel like people aren't talking about. Like, it is affordable. So I think that like the biggest piece that stops from it being maybe affordable is the running shoes. That's a big piece. I think now, after having plantar fasciitis, I'm like, yeah, I want to have good running shoes. I want to be able to not injure myself. And that's a big part of the running experience, is getting a good pair of shoes, or else you're going to be in pain. And so yes, $150 plus for shoes is a lot of money. I probably injured myself because I didn't buy shoes every, so many miles that you have to switch out your shoes for. And so I think that was a big part of why I had an injury. But another thing that I do appreciate about my running journey is I've always also run for my mental health. I think running was an outlet for me because of just the ability of just getting my shoes and going out for a run and just thinking my thoughts. Running was my cheap therapy, especially before I started going to therapy. I didn't start therapy until I was a rising junior in college, when I got 10 free sessions at my university, and I didn't have to tell my parents I was going to therapy. And so before all that, I think any time that I was stressed or not feeling well, running was always kind of available there. And so it's been something that I've incorporated in my mental health journey too, is just being active. And for me, that was running. And so I think running for mental health has also been a big part of my journey, and running for feeling better, because it's true. I get runner's high. I feel great after I run. I just went on a run, so I was like, let me be in my running outfit. Oh, and let me show you actually. This first time I have a fresh new Lululemon outfit that I got because my mother-in-law gave me a gift card. But I wore not these shorts, but similar shorts in red to the 10K that I just ran. And I was chafing. I don't know. My thighs were rubbing against each other and burning. So this is what happens when I buy the nice things. Anyway, that was a tangent. Because it was something that I was able to do easily, I also was able to use it as an outlet to feel better. I have been running anywhere that I have been for a long time. I was looking through old pictures of myself when I was studying abroad in Spain, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember running to the beach and, doing that alone, but feeling so good and feeling like it was something that I needed to do when I was missing family, when I was feeling like, oh my God, nobody has visited me and I am still here for another 2 months. I miss my people. So running as mental health, I think, is something that I'm starting to realize has always been part of what I enjoy about running, is it makes me feel good. Now I want to kind of switch gears into talking about my 2024 goal that I have been working towards. Although technically I have been running since I was 8, but really probably in high school I started my own running routine. I have never been running right, or I guess I should say I haven't been training right. And so 2024 and the 2024 running goals that I have is really around doing it the right way so that I avoid future injuries, which is what happened in 2019 and was part of the reason why I completely stopped running. And so what I want to get right this time is I want to incorporate strength training. Not something I did in 2019, but it is so important to avoiding those injuries. I absolutely hate strength training. It is not fun for me, which is why I run, because I don't like to strength train, and it is the only way that I stay active, by running. But I have to incorporate strength training to avoid injuries. I also don't care for warming up, stretching, doing things that actually matter before a run. I have also, now that I am taking on running again in 2024, I'm getting a lot of content and I'm like, what? What are these splits that people are talking about? I don't know a lot of this running terminology, which just goes to show you, like, you could technically be a runner and not know all of the science behind running. But also just splits, I think, is just, I still don't even know. I don't even know what splits are. What are splits? What are splits? Somebody. In running, a split is a time it takes to run a specific distance, such as a mile or a section of a race. And I already talked about this one, but over wearing running shoes. Of course, I did this because I was running for the affordability. Running shoes are expensive, so I'm going to commit to really being mindful about when my running shoes need to be traded. But I'm also just like, why? Why don't they last that long? And what do I do with them when I can't train with them anymore? Can I still use them? So I'll be looking into that. So those are things that I want to kind of do better this time. For 2024, my running goal is to complete the 9+1 program with the New York Roadrunners, and that'll guarantee my entry into the 2025 New York City Marathon. So we are going to try to run this New York City Marathon right next year. And I have kind of already shared a few clips of, some of the races that I did. I did a whole half marathon video. Go check that out. That was the big race that we were training for and preparing for when I signed up for this goal in 2024. And I'm doing this goal with my sister, so it keeps us doing something together and working towards a goal together, which is nice. Usually I don't have goals that I share with other people, but now that I'm married, that has also changed. This year, it has been all about figuring out how I do this thing, and I'm gonna take you with me. Let's go on this journey. I will be sharing more running videos as I learn to do things right. I'll be sharing them with you. So yeah, that is all I have for today. If you enjoyed this, please hit that like button, subscribe if you don't already, and I will see you all. Oh, wait, no, before I see you all, let me know in the comments, is there something that you are training for? Are you just starting to run? I want to know where you are in this running journey of yours. Because I feel like even though I have been running for a while, I'm still just starting. So thank you for watching. I will see you all next week. Bye. Ew, there is poop. Ew. Wait a minute. Oops. Happy run.